Hey guys, I'm going to go and talk to you a little bit about when the shit hits the fan, are you prepared to cook in a different manner than what you're doing today? And what do I mean by that? Well, basically, do you have a gas, electric, propane stove? If those resources are all of a sudden unavailable to you, do you have a system in place ready to go to cook your food? So the question is, what are you going to do? Have you prepared? Are you ready? Will it happen? When will it happen? How will it happen? We don't know. What I'm going to go over here is some ideas for you guys. If you're in an apartment, a camping stove would be perfect for you guys. You can stock up on the fuel it takes, whether it's a white fuel or propane fuel. They're available both ways. I have both. Right now I don't have them here at my property because my daughter loaned them for a hurricane that came through because she's on the grid, so I wanted to make sure she could cook. We're not on the grid, so my power sources were not affected by the storm. If you have property and you own a quarter of an acre, guys, not even that much. If you have a place to put a fire pit, what I call burn barrel. This is our camp out fun burn barrel. We have two burn barrels. One where we burn scrap wood like old pallets and stuff because a lot of those may be treated with chemicals, so we don't put those in here. This is where we use this for campfires, roasting hot dogs, roasting marshmallows, that kind of stuff. So this would be one of a resource to anybody who has access to a back patio, a back porch, a place where they can put some kind of device to have a small fire. Do you need huge fires to cook? Absolutely not, guys. A little bit of charcoal can take you a long way. You can stockpile charcoal if you're in an apartment, and you may be able to have a grill that you can cook on a grill. I don't even have a grill here because we use this. So we don't even keep a grill. One of the other things is, once you have the fire cooking device ready to go, what is your next step? Your cookware. One of the best cookwares for cooking outdoors is cast iron. You can buy an entire cast iron kit in a lot of your big box stores. I got a whole kit even at a VA store in one of the VA hospitals. They put their cast iron on sale, and I went and I grabbed a couple of frying pans, some smalls, some largers, and I also grabbed Dutch ovens. So I have a small Dutch oven, which I don't have out here right now, and I have a larger Dutch oven. One of my Dutch ovens has legs about that tall, so you can actually set it down into hot ambers. And then one of mine has no legs, so that I can slide it into an oven, or even put it on a rack like this without worrying about legs trying to go through the holes here. So there are lots of options. Even a simple camping cookware set would work phenomenal because it's designed to be cooked in over a camp stove or an open fire. I can tell you, as a kid growing up, we used to go camping and all our meals were cooked over the campfire. There's a few skill sets to this. One is learning to take care of your cast iron, and the key with your cast iron is never put soap in your cast iron. If you do, you have to re-season it. So the next skill set is, how do we clean our cast iron? That's not difficult, guys. I use steel wool. So after I cook a meal, I steel wool the debris out of it, put it back on a warm burner or my wood stove, because we do have a wood stove here in the wintertime, and I'll let the pan dry through heat. You can also put it in an oven. Once the pan is nice and dry and hot, I put oil on it. And there's all kinds of options. I use avocado oil on mine, and I love it because I never get that rancid smell. People use lard, people use vegetable oil. There's so many options there as well. So that's another thing to think about. If you buy cast iron, learn how to cook in it. It is different. And learn how to clean it. Cast iron will literally outlive you if it's taken care of properly. A lot of pots and pans will outlive us. That's the amazing thing, but we've got to take care of them properly. Now, let's talk what are some of your other options. If you're in an apartment and you have a grill, with a grill you can make pizza, you can grill your meats, you can grill your vegetables, but you can also use those hot charcoal briquettes to cook. So you could literally put a Dutch oven in your grill, close the grill, and whatever's in that Dutch oven's going to cook. Now, keep in mind, if you haven't stocked enough fuel, you're not going to be successful long term. But you run out of your charcoal? Yes, look. You run out of your charcoal? Don't forget that grill was made for fire. You can literally start collecting wood. Start getting wood. Make little buckets and bins of wood and keep them on your porch. And now you have what you're going to need to start fires. So one of the skill sets you're definitely going to need to learn is how to start a fire, guys. And it is something that we all think, oh, it's not a big deal. You just light a match and you're good to go. It is a lot harder than that, guys. It takes a combination of items. It takes a good fuel source, whether it's a lighter, matches, flint and steel. Those are some of the options that you could keep on hand and have ready to go. The other thing is dry material. So you always want to have some form of kindling ready to go. I have lots of kindling here. You see this? This is kindling, guys. This is your first stage. Your second stage is going to be sticks this size. See how small that is? So you go from this to that, then you start working up to this, and that's probably all you would need right there to get a good fire going, but you'd need more of it. You see my pile back here? I got more. I got piles like this all over my woods. As my limbs fall, and you can see, as my limbs fall, which you can see out here, I pick them up. There's limbs laying back there. I pick them up and I break them up into usable pieces. So that is something to always be prepping. Always be prepping. We have a wood stove, so we always have lots and lots of wood sitting around, as you can see. Now, one of the other things to be very aware of, you cannot walk away from a fire, your food cooking over the fire, until you learn how those pans work, whatever pans you choose, how your fire is working with your food, and whether it's charcoal or whatever. Until you learn how that all works together, you should never walk away from a fire to begin with. That's one of the other pointers I would give you. Fire safety has got to be at the top of your list. Yeah, Tundra's around here somewhere. I'm not sure where he got to. But fire safety has to be at the top of your list. Are you learning too, buddy? Are you? Are you learning? Oh, can you see? There's some firewood. We got lots of firewood ready to go. Fire safety, basically, for me, would be raking. As you can see, I haven't raked this in probably a few weeks now, but we haven't cooked here either. When we're doing anything on this area, whether it's just a campfire, because we do have family that likes to sit around a fire, and we do it periodically, we will rake all this back. So all this stuff gets raked back, so that if anything would fall out of the fire, lit, hot embers, whatever, it's not going to catch this stuff on fire. So fire safety has to be very important when you're working with stuff. Some of the things we do around our wood stove, for example, is we have patio blocks around our wood stove underneath it for fire safety. And that's something you can do under a grill if you're grilling too close to your woods or whatever. You want an area around it that's going to be safe. There he is. Crazy dog. Yes, I'm easily distracted. But get your cooking equipment now. Do not wait. It's too late when the event has happened and you cannot cook. It's too late. There are, I'm not real sure what they're called, but they're little cans of fuel. That's another idea for apartments. You can store a box of that cans of fuel. You would probably want to store many boxes of those under your bed. So again, you could light one of those cans and you can cook. It's like with chafing dishes, like you see in restaurants and stuff to keep food warm. Same concept. You would have to practice with it. You would have to make sure you have the proper tools to use it. And there are systems out there that you could set up very easily and very inexpensively to use those little heater cans. So that's another point to for someone who has limited storage but needs a way to store and keep fuel for cooking. But always prepare for a second or third scenario. Us here, we have a propane cook stove. We stock 4 to 5 bottles of propane. And we also have this. We also have our camping stoves, which we have 2 of those. And then I also have something called an amber light, which is a little collapsible wood stove. So you could literally heat water on it. You could cook like a can of soup on it, something basic like that. Other than that, I can't think of anything else. If you have any ideas, throw them up there in the comment section. We can all learn from each other, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And don't forget, if you're not prepared, you can't provide for your family. And this is all about taking care of yourself, your family, and possibly even your neighbors. So I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and have a blessed day.